power. It's the one thing we all desire, whether it's to influence, lead, or protect ourselves from manipulation. But how do you master the art of power without falling into its traps? In this video, you'll uncover the timeless strategies from Robert Greene's The 48 Laws of Power, laws that can transform how you navigate the world. Whether you're climbing the corporate ladder, leading a team, or simply looking to protect yourself from power plays, this summary will give you the edge you need. Ready to unlock the secrets of power? Let's dive in. Law 1. Never outshine the master. Always make your superiors feel secure and important. If you show off your talents too much, you risk making them feel inadequate or threatened. Instead, subtly highlight their strengths and make them feel like the source of your success. For example, an ambitious employee praises their boss's leadership when presenting their own achievements. The lesson here is, let your light shine, but not at the expense of those above you. Law 2. Never put too much trust in friends. Learn to use enemies. Friends can become complacent or betray you out of jealousy. Enemies, however, have a vested interest in proving their loyalty if you give them a chance. Keep friends close, but maintain a professional distance and turn former enemies into allies. For example, a business leader hires a former competitor to leverage their expertise and eliminate rivalry. The lesson here is, loyalty comes from mutual benefit, not just friendship. Law 3. Conceal your intentions. Don't reveal your goals too early. Keep others guessing and mislead them if necessary. The less people know about your plans, the harder it is for them to sabotage you. For example, a chess player uses decoy moves to disguise their true strategy. The lesson here is, secrecy gives you control. Law 4. Always say less than necessary. Words can be your downfall if used carelessly. Speaking less forces others to interpret your silence, often attributing intelligence or authority to it. It also leaves fewer opportunities for mistakes. For example, a negotiator who listens more than they speak gains valuable insights and maintains the upper hand. The lesson here is, silence is power. Speak only when it serves your purpose. Law 5. So much depends on reputation. Guard it with your life. Your reputation precedes you and determines how people treat you. Build a reputation for strength, reliability, or whatever aligns with your goals, and defend it against any attack. For example, a brand that consistently delivers quality earns customer loyalty and trust. The lesson here is, a strong reputation is your greatest asset. Protect it at all costs. Law 6. Court attention at all costs. Invisibility leads to irrelevance. To gain influence, you need to stay visible and memorable. Even negative attention can be beneficial if handled correctly. Create intrigue and keep people talking about you. For example, celebrities often use bold fashion or controversial statements to stay in the spotlight. The lesson here is, being noticed is the first step to gaining power. Law 7. Get others to do the work for you, but always take the credit. Harness the skills and efforts of others to achieve your goals. Acknowledge their contributions privately, but ensure you're seen as the driving force publicly. For example, a project manager delegates tasks to team members, but presents the final results to upper management. The lesson here is, leverage others' efforts while maintaining your position as the leader. Law 8. Make people come to you. Force others to seek you out by positioning yourself as valuable and indispensable. This shifts the balance of power in your favor. When others pursue you, they're more willing to meet your terms. For example, a sought-after consultant sets high fees because clients are eager to work with them. The lesson here is, demand creates leverage. Law 9. Win through actions, never through argument. Arguments often breed resentment, even when you win. Instead, demonstrate your point through actions and results. Let success speak for itself. For example, instead of debating, an entrepreneur proves their idea by launching a successful product. The lesson here is, Actions are more persuasive than words. Law 10. Avoid the unhappy and unlucky. Negative people drain your energy and pull you down with their misfortune. Surround yourself with those who uplift and inspire you. For example, a business owner avoids pessimistic partners and aligns with optimistic, solution-focused individuals. The lesson here is, positivity attracts success, negativity breeds failure. Law 11. Learn to keep people dependent on you. Make yourself indispensable by creating a role that others can't easily fill. When people rely on you for their success, they'll protect and support you. For example, a skilled IT specialist becomes irreplaceable by mastering a company's unique systems. The lesson here is, dependency is a powerful form of control. Law 12. Use selective honesty and generosity to disarm your victim. A single act of genuine kindness or honesty can win trust and lower defenses. Use these moments strategically to gain influence or set up a future move. For example, a politician gains trust by making a heartfelt apology, which later boosts their credibility. The lesson here is, a well-timed gesture can open doors. Law 13. When asking for help, appeal to self-interest. People are motivated by their own interests. Frame your requests in a way that highlights how helping you benefits them. For example, a charity fundraiser emphasizes how donations boost the donor's public image. The lesson here is, align your needs with others' desires. Law 14. Pose as a friend, work as a spy. Gather information discreetly by building rapport and trust. The more you know about others, the more control you have. Always be observing and listening. For example, a negotiator casually learns an opponent's priorities during small talk and uses it to their advantage. The lesson here is, knowledge is power. Collect it quietly. Law 15. Crush your enemy totally. If you must confront an adversary, ensure they can't retaliate. Leaving an opponent weakened but not defeated invites future challenges. Total dominance is necessary for lasting peace. For example, a company buys out a rival to eliminate competition completely. The lesson here is, leave no room for revenge or resurgence. Law 16. Use absence to increase respect and honor. Too much availability can make you seem common or unimportant. Create value by becoming scarce. Strategic absence makes people appreciate and respect your presence more when you return. For example, an artist takes a break from releasing music, creating anticipation and excitement for their comeback. The lesson here is, withdraw strategically to build demand and mystique. Law 17. Keep others in suspended terror. Cultivate an air of unpredictability. People are easier to manipulate when they can't predict your behavior. By acting unpredictably, you keep them off balance, making it harder for them to plan against you. For example, a leader who changes tactics unexpectedly keeps competitors guessing and off guard. The lesson here is, mystery and unpredictability keep you in control. Law 18. Do not build fortresses to protect yourself. Isolation is dangerous. Cutting yourself off from others makes you vulnerable. Stay connected to the world to gather information and maintain influence. Isolation limits your ability to see threats and opportunities. For example, a CEO who stays engaged with their team and industry trends avoids becoming out of touch. The lesson here is, stay visible and involved to retain power. Law 19. Know who you're dealing with. Do not offend the wrong person. People react differently to challenges. Some will forgive insults, while others will seek revenge. Understand your opponent's temperament before taking action. For example, a diplomat carefully studies a foreign leader's personality to avoid offending them during negotiations. The lesson here is, tailor your approach based on the person, not the situation. Law 20. Do not commit to anyone. Avoid becoming tied to one side or cause. By remaining neutral, you keep options open and avoid being dragged into conflicts. Align with whoever offers the best opportunity at any given moment. For example, a freelancer works with multiple clients to avoid dependency on one source of income. The lesson here is flexibility and independence ensure long-term power. Law 21. Play a sucker to catch a sucker. Seem dumber than your mark. Appear less intelligent or capable than you are. This disarms opponents and makes them underestimate you, giving you the upper hand. For example, a negotiator pretends to be inexperienced, prompting the other party to reveal their strategy. The lesson here is, underestimation can be a powerful advantage. Law 22. Use the surrender tactic. Transform weakness into power. When facing defeat, surrender rather than fight. This gives you time to regroup and come back stronger. By appearing to give in, you lull your opponent into complacency. For example, a politician concedes a minor point to gain leverage on a more important issue later. The lesson here is, strategic retreat can lead to eventual victory. Law 23. Concentrate your forces. Focus your efforts and resources on one significant objective. Scattered efforts dilute power and reduce effectiveness. Success often comes from concentrated energy in a single direction. For example, a company invests heavily in one breakthrough product rather than spreading resources thin across multiple projects. The lesson here is, focus leads to mastery and dominance. Law 24. Play the perfect courtier. Master the art of social dynamics. Be charming, diplomatic, and tactful. Make others feel important and subtly maneuver yourself into positions of influence. For a rising executive builds alliances by complimenting and supporting colleagues. The lesson here is, social skills are as crucial as technical skills in gaining power. Law 25. Recreate yourself. Do not accept the roles assigned to you by society. Create your own identity and craft a persona that aligns with your goals. Reinvention allows you to adapt to new situations and maintain control. For example, an actor rebrands themselves from comedic roles to serious drama, gaining a new audience and respect. The lesson here is, you are the author of your identity. Rewrite it as needed. Law 26. Keep your hands clean. Avoid involvement in anything that could tarnish your reputation. Let others handle the dirty work while you maintain an image of integrity and respectability. For example, a politician delegates controversial tasks to aides, preserving their own public image. The lesson here is, appear above reproach even when making tough decisions. Law 27. Play on people's need to believe to create a cult-like following. People are drawn to ideas and movements that offer hope and meaning. Create a compelling vision and build a following by offering a sense of purpose and belonging. For example, a motivational speaker inspires audiences by promoting a vision of success and personal transformation. The lesson here is, inspire loyalty by offering something greater than themselves. Law 28. Enter action with boldness. Hesitation signals weakness. Approach challenges with confidence and decisiveness. Bold actions inspire trust and deter opposition. For example, a startup founder boldly pitches a revolutionary idea, gaining investor confidence. The lesson here is, fortune favors the bold. Law 29. Plan all the way to the end. Anticipate obstacles and plan for contingencies. Successful strategies account for all possible outcomes, reducing the likelihood of failure. For example, a military general develops multiple scenarios for a battle, ensuring readiness for any development. The lesson here is, long-term planning minimizes risk and maximizes success. Law 30. Make your accomplishments seem effortless. Hide the hard work behind your success. By making things look easy, you enhance your image and make others believe in your natural talent. For example, an artist presents a masterpiece as a spontaneous creation, increasing its mystique. The lesson here is, effortlessness enhances your aura of power. Law 31. Control the options. Get others to play with the cards you deal. Present others with choices that ultimately benefit you. By controlling the options, you control the decision-making process. Make sure they feel in control while guiding them toward your desired outcome. For example, a salesperson offers limited choices, ensuring the customer picks the option that benefits them the most. The lesson here is, control the frame, and you control the game. Law 32. Play to people's fantasies. People are often more influenced by what they want to believe than by reality. By playing to their fantasies and desires, you can manipulate their emotions and lead them to your advantage. For example, a marketer promotes a product by focusing on the idealized lifestyle it represents, rather than the product itself. The lesson here is, appeal to emotions and fantasies to influence decisions. Law 33. Discover each man's thumbscrew. Everyone has weaknesses, emotional triggers, desires, fears. Identifying these vulnerabilities allows you to manipulate them without appearing to do so. For example, a negotiator exploits an opponent's insecurities to gain concessions. The lesson here is, understanding others' weaknesses gives you leverage. Law 34. Be royal in your own fashion. Act like a king to be treated like one. Carry yourself with dignity and confidence. By acting as if you already possess power, others will treat you as if you do. Self-respect and assurance command respect from others. For example, a job candidate dresses sharply and speaks confidently, positioning themselves as an authority in the interview. The lesson here is, how you present yourself shapes how others perceive you. Law 35. Master the art of timing. Patience and timing are essential to success. Know when to act and when to wait. Rash decisions can cause harm, while calculated moves bring rewards. For example, a trader waits for the perfect moment to invest, ensuring a higher return. The lesson here is, timing often separates success from failure. Law 36. Disdain things you cannot have. Ignoring them is the best revenge. Pursuing things you cannot have often weakens your position. Instead of focusing on what's out of reach, act as if it doesn't matter. This undermines the value of your desire and frustrates others. For example, a person ignores a promotion they didn't get, showing that it doesn't affect them, which increases their value in the eyes of others. The lesson here is, indifference to the unattainable increases your power. Law 37. Create compelling spectacles. People are drawn to drama and spectacle. Creating memorable, visually striking events or actions can captivate an audience and enhance your influence. For example, a political leader stages a powerful public speech, drawing media attention and rallying support. The lesson here is, people respond to bold, captivating actions. Law 38. Think as you like, but behave like others. Conform outwardly to the norms of society while secretly maintaining your own thoughts and plans. Blending in helps you avoid scrutiny while allowing you to act with autonomy in private. For example, a company's CEO follows industry trends in public but makes disruptive moves behind the scenes. The lesson here is, blend in to stay unnoticed while plotting your own course. Law 39. Stir up waters to catch fish. By creating confusion and turmoil, you can cause your competitors or enemies to make mistakes. When people are in chaos, they react impulsively, allowing you to strike while their judgment is clouded. For example, a competitor spreads rumors to destabilize a rival's business, forcing them to make costly mistakes. The lesson here is, use chaos to disrupt and take advantage of others' confusion. Law 40. Despise the free lunch. Nothing comes without a cost. If someone offers you something for free, it often comes with hidden strings attached. By paying your own way, you maintain independence and avoid obligations. For example, a client refuses free services from a consultant, preferring to pay to avoid potential future manipulation. The lesson here is, never accept something for nothing. It weakens your position. Law 41. Avoid stepping into a great man's shoes. Don't follow in the footsteps of someone who has already established greatness. You'll always be compared to them and fall short. Create your own path and establish your own identity. For example, a new CEO of a successful company forges their own vision rather than trying to replicate the former leader's success. The lesson here is avoid comparisons and carve out your own legacy. Law 42. Strike the shepherd and the sheep will scatter. When you remove the leader, the followers will be disoriented and powerless. Target the person who holds the power and influence, and the rest will collapse without them. For example, a company ousts a corrupt CEO, causing internal chaos and weakening competitors. The lesson here is eliminate the source of power, and the rest will fall apart. Law 43. Work on the hearts and minds of others. People are more likely to follow you if you appeal to their emotions and psychology. Winning hearts and minds is more effective than winning through force or authority. For example, a political leader wins over voters by connecting with their emotional concerns and desires. The lesson here is, emotional influence is more powerful than rational persuasion. Law 44. Disarm and infuriate with the mirror effect. By reflecting your opponent's actions, behaviors, or words, you make them feel like they're being confronted with their own weaknesses. This disarms them and forces them into confusion. For example, a negotiator mimics the behavior of a hostile counterpart, subtly disarming them by making them question their own actions. The lesson here is, use reflection to unsettle your opponent. Law 45. Preach the need for change, but never reform too much at once. Change is necessary, but too much change can cause resistance. Instead of making drastic shifts, suggest gradual improvements. People accept change more easily when it is introduced slowly. For example, a CEO introduces small adjustments to a company's structure over time, making the changes feel less threatening. The lesson here is, gradual change leads to smoother transitions. Law 46. Never appear too perfect. Perfection breeds envy and resentment. If you seem flawless, you will attract hostility from others who feel threatened by your superiority. Show some flaws or vulnerabilities to keep others from feeling inferior. For example, a successful business leader occasionally shares their struggles, making them more relatable to employees and peers. The lesson here is, imperfection makes you more human and less of a target for resentment. Law 47. Do not go past the mark you aimed for. In victory, learn when to stop. Know when to stop. Overextending your success can lead to defeat. Once you've achieved your goal, don't push too hard to extract more. Pushing too far can lead to a loss of power. For example, a negotiator reaches an ideal agreement but doesn't push further, knowing that doing so could unravel the deal. The lesson here is, know when to pull back and enjoy the fruits of your success. Law 48. Assume formlessness. By remaining fluid and adaptable, you become impossible to predict and counter. Like water, which takes the shape of any container, form yourself to fit the situation. This flexibility allows you to evade capture by your opponents. For example, a strategist adapts their tactics to changing circumstances, ensuring their position remains strong no matter how the game evolves. The lesson here is, adaptability and formlessness keep you elusive and in control. Thank you for joining me on this quick dive into the 48 Laws of Power by Robert Greene. These laws provide invaluable insights into understanding power dynamics and mastering influence in both personal and professional life. Remember, power is not just about manipulation, but about strategic thinking, understanding human nature, and knowing when to act. If you found these laws helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more book summaries, content on personal development and success strategies. Also, let me know in the comments which law you found most intriguing, or if there's a specific law you'd like to explore further. Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and keep mastering the game of power.